Hello, my dear internet strangers. Welcome or welcome back if you are returning. My name's Kendra, and today is another episode of Would You Like to Hear a Story? I wanted to clear something up here. Someone was giving me advice that I didn't ask for, but I didn't respond to the comment because I didn't want to sound snippy or snappy, whatever, that I should read the story before giving my commentary. Hey, listen, if that's not your style of video, I will recommend you find somebody else that do these stories. There are people who do not stop and pause as much as I do, but I don't read these before I do, and a lot of the times I will forget what I want to say if I don't see something. That's just not for me, okay? So if you like someone who just reads it all the way through without pause, I am going to try to not pause as much. But if you like someone who just reads the whole entire story through without stopping and pausing, I'm not that person. Okay? So forewarning, if you don't like that style of video of everybody, of someone pausing, all the time, it's just, I'm probably just not the channel for you. But I do want to get through these quicker, so I am going to, for that, reason, I am going to try to not pause as much. But if there's something crazy, we're going to take a pause in the story, and I'm going to give my thoughts. I don't know. I'm just not that person who can read the entire story without pausing. That's just me. So if you don't like that style of video, there's a lot of creators, I believe, that don't pause. Anyways, I want to make these quicker because I am supposed to be doing these more consistently, but I haven't been able to because I've been making these freaking videos so long by ranting too much. So that's why I want to stop pausing so much if I do, okay? So that, just wanted to throw that little disclaimer out. I will probably start putting some timestamps in the video so you guys can skip and you don't have to, even if I'm me right now, just giving this little disclaimer and ranting. So I think I'm gonna start doing that. I might forget sometimes, sorry, but at least for this video, I know I'm going to do that. So anyways, let's just get into the story. Thank you for being here. And all right, this is from the True Off My Chest. User is deleted. And we have, she says, I think my husband is becoming controlling and we're newlyweds. We've been married for a few months and I'm starting to get concerned that my husband is changing. Lately, he's becoming somewhat controlling, but he frames it as being protective of me. We dated for a year and a half before getting married 4 months ago. Now, all of a sudden, he has an issue with me going out with my friends. I usually see my friends probably twice a month, but now he thinks I'm seeing them too often and says we should spend most of our time enjoying each other's company. Interesting. The thing is, we already spend most of our time together. We both work from home, so we're around each other constantly. I'm starting to feel like he doesn't want me to have an identity outside of him. For example, my friends made plans to meet last weekend, and he got upset because he thought I didn't tell him in advance. But I had told him a week before that I would be going out with them. He still felt that wasn't enough notice, and what? He still felt that be effing for real. He still felt that wasn't enough notice and said he had already made plans for us. So I ended up canceling with my friends and spent the day with him instead. He took me to see a movie. When I mentioned that we could have still gone to the movie even if I had met up with my friends, he got upset, thinking I was saying I preferred spending time with them over him. Now he's brought up the idea of sharing my location with him. Okay, I mean, when I asked why, he said it was for my protection. But I can't help but feel like it's a trust issue and that he's trying to control me by tracking where I am. I've never given him a reason not to trust me, and I don't feel comfortable sharing my location. All of this has happened within the past 4 months, and I'm worried that this this could become a bigger issue. I'm not sure if I'm overreacting or if I'm right to be concerned. Okay, I think, you know what? I feel like, I don't know. You did give him a week's notice. That's a little weird to me that he was like, I already made plans when you were like, okay, we're about to go. Hey, we're about to go now. And then he's like, oh no, I already made plans for us. Like, that's weird. But, you know, when people do say, like, when you get married, like, you can't be just going out with your friends all the time anymore. I don't think twice a month is that big of a deal. But maybe for some people it is. I think there's probably going to be mixed comments in this one. But the sharing of location thing, y'all should have been doing that. I do that with my sisters and yeah, I do that with my sisters. And I don't know, I feel like most couples share their location. And you are going out with your friends, like, you know, like when you're going out with your friends, of course, like, and I don't know if she doesn't say like what they're doing, but maybe you're going out drinking or something, and your husband just wants to make sure like nothing weird is like going on, like some weirdo, you know, like anything can happen when you're like, you know, consistently going out and stuff like that. So I understand that. I don't think it's weird with the sharing the location, but because she feels like she's having some, maybe, I don't know, she's having some doubts. She feels like he's being controlling or it's a trust issue thing. You need to have a talk with him. Why are you telling us? Why haven't you had this conversation with this man? This is your husband now. You need to be communicative. Why you got a whole think piece here on Reddit before coming? Why didn't you come to him first? Usually people will go to their significant others if they're having a problem first, and then they'll go to the internet and be like, you know, I tried to address this issue and they're still not feeling it. You know, and that makes more sense. But she hasn't said if she went to him first, but it doesn't seem like it because of the last part of her saying all of this happened within the past 4 months, and I'm worried this could become a bigger issue. I'm not sure if I'm overreacting or if I'm right to be concerned. That kind of implies to me you haven't talked to your husband, girl. So that's a little, I don't know. I think there's going to be mixed comments on this one. But someone, and see, another thing I said, because somebody just said, oh boy, the mask is slipping. I said something I just said, sorry. Someone just said, oh boy, this mask is slipping. Make sure you're on birth control so he doesn't baby trap you. Now, because when I first read this, when I first read the title, I was thinking, uh-oh, I hope this is not a bait and switch situation. This doesn't seem that big of a deal, but if you're feeling that way, you didn't at least go like have a conversation. So because based off of his response, based on how he says things and his body language and all that other kind of stuff, that's how you're truly going to know if he's being controlling or not. If he's actually expressing genuine concern, like with the sharing location thing. But you know, like it is a little weird because that should have been something y'all did a while ago. I'm sorry, I share, I don't know, just a safety thing. Like I thought most couples do that anyways. But anyways, let's see what else somebody else is saying. She's on birth control pills actually, and somebody did like, I suggest an IUD so it can't be tampered with. I would suggest that too. Somebody said this is actually common as soon as you're legally married and or pregnant. These type men become abusive and controlling. Him trying to isolate you is the beginning steps. It's just a warm up. Okay, so yeah, like okay. I see it from two ways, basically. I can see that, yeah, because it's only twice a month. And you're around him all the time. But just because you guys, like, both work from home, like, you're working, it's, you know, like, you're just around each other. You gotta, like, actually do stuff. Like, plan date nights and things like that. Because twice a month with your friends is really not a lot. It's really not a lot. So yeah, that's the one thing that's really weird to me and is a red flag in my opinion. So I don't fault her for feeling that way at all, but I just think that sharing your location thing with your significant other is not a big deal. I think that should have been something you guys were already doing, but the fact that he's doing this after this after all of this, I can understand why you're having doubts. But like I said, I still do feel like you should at least try to talk to him first. And if he's showing if he's, like I said before, based off his body language, based off his answers when he's responding to you, that will tell you everything you need to know. Just have the conversation. Because I don't know, we don't know these people. We don't know this man. Maybe it's not like, and we're only I don't know. Anyways, because if he is showing signs, you only been in the marriage for 4 months, I think you can still get an annulment, I think. But I don't know. And it also probably depends on the state that you're in and country. But yeah, so when people are saying walk away before it gets worse, okay, yeah, better safe than sorry. Okay, I thought this was going to be kind of mixed. See, this is another thing. Because the fact that she's even feeling this way is a red flag. Usually your intuition is right. And this might be a bait and switch. So your gut is telling you the truth. This is how controlling behavior starts. I recommend to stop entertaining his guilt tripping. Stick to your plans to keep your friends. Don't share the location and set clear boundaries. If he won't stop, or worse, if he escalates, leave. And then they said what they recommend. Okay, so I think people are like, See, the first step in an abusive relationship is to alienate the victim from their support group, friends, family, coworkers. Test this theory. Make plans with your friends. Text him the details. Stick with your plans. If he throws a major hissy fit or tries to force you to change your plans, then you know you're headed down a bad path. I'm gonna leave it with that, because I think somebody else says she could test it by making fake plans for an outing with friends and telling him about it. Okay, so yeah, so that is a good thing. Like, you got to do something, because to just span out if he is, like, to try to suss out, if he is actually, starting to become, or if he is like actually like bait and switched her, do something, have a conversation, and then maybe try testing him. I like that comment. I think that's a good idea, because that will just confirm, for you. And the fact that this woman already has like, a gut feeling, I'm kind of want to go with maybe she's right, because I'm sorry, but a woman's intuition is strong. Okay. So I'm, like I said, I'm trying to keep some of these episodes short so I can do this more often and it's easier for me to edit. My whole point with starting this series is like, not only do I like reading these stories and things like that, but and I also wanted to do it, and I didn't want to make a separate channel, but so I can just get more into consistency with YouTube. So I'm trying to keep this thing short. The fact that this is already short means I will be probably posting again tomorrow. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you've learned any lessons from this story. Let me know down in the comments below. Otherwise, you can just leave your opinion. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.